Do you remember that famous statement that my husband is going to be convicted by a kangaroo court? Do you guys remember that statement? Do you remember the circumstances under which the Honorable Winnie Byanyima said my husband is going to be convicted by a kangaroo court? And the arguments? Do you remember the legal arguments back and forth that eventually transferred the charges from court-martial for Dr. Besigye to the civilian courts? I thought those things set precedents in law. Dr. Besigye was charged in a military court after he retired. There was a protracted legal battle. The case was moved to the civilian court. Years later, Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu is taken back to the court-martial. Now, my argument is that the state is a custodian of our constitutional bedrocks.
Yeah.
Who should set the pace? Who sets the example? Now, let's even assume that Kyagulanyi organized the stoning. Let's give it to the state for argument's sake that he did that. His wife stood with us and with other journalists and other people for hours, no access. His brothers for hours, no access. The team that was commissioned by the Speaker of Parliament, a constitutional institution in this country, no access. Journalists, because remember, this is a person who is accused of attempting to kill the President of the Republic. Journalists, no access. So the court, I think, happened in the presence of General Guti, Kyagulanyi, Basalirwa, Segona, and the state prosecutor. Now, is that the kind of judicial system that this country wants? I am saying give it to them that he has done whatever they have done. Why do you try him in sort of a confinement? The question I'm actually asking is, why is it very difficult for the state to produce the Honorables Francis Zake and Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu to the public? I want to give you a picture, a painful picture I saw in court in Gulu. They read the charge sheet and the charges. It was discovered about 4 of the people on the charge sheet were not in court, were missing. Thank God the magistrate, Francis Matenga, says court will only proceed if all the suspects are here. They bring him in a Sarah night. The woman is bleeding through her private parts in court. They bring through the Honorable Castiano Wadri's bodyguard. The gentleman cannot walk. They bring through another lady. For her to be put down, she screams loud in court. The state, the custodian of the constitutional framework of this country, had left them in the holding cell instead of bringing them to court. What do you want me as a journalist who has a responsibility to society and to the truth to say about the conduct of the state machinery in this trial? Do you want me, who went to journalism school, and actually my oath is to be the eyes and ears of society, to say that these suspects are fine? Are you going to accuse me of being biased when I saw a woman bleed in court and I saw a woman scream? What do you want the nation to say?